Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. We just played back a trailer. Heather and I was talking about this off mic, how much we enjoy the Upshaws.
Yes.
You can find it on Netflix, co-created by Regina Hicks and Wanda Sykes.
Wanda!
Who's a good friend of ours.
What up, Wanda?
And there are a lot of people we consider friends that are in the Upshaw series, including Mike Epps. Give him a big round of applause.
Yes, this actually is the brainchild of Mike Epps and then Wanda Sykes.
So, Mike, this is Mike's. Well, hold up before you hold up.
I'm sorry, I just started talking.
I know y'all heard that voice and it sounds familiar to you, because that voice has been in our lexicon for years, even when she barely knew how to talk and was on Good Times.
But at the highest level, though.
At the highest level. She is a pure example of what success can look like in this business. And I'm not saying it because of all the accolades and all the wonderful things that she's accomplished. It's because of the way she sustained over the years.
Facts.
As she was accomplishing these things. See, success isn't just what you see, it's what you go through.
That's right.
Right?
And how you go through it.
And how you go through it. And you demonstrated and have shown us time after time the right way to do it. And I just want to personally say thank you, because I haven't seen you in a long time. All right. We never really explored. We never explored your R&B career, but maybe one day. Maybe one day we could jump into that, Kim, when you're ready. All right? Okay, welcome her back to the show. Give it up for Regina Upshaw, a.k.a. Kim Fields, ladies and gentlemen. What's up, Kim?
I'm so glad to be here. I'm
Yes.
so
We happy
glad
to have
be
you.
here.
And looking like the epitome of summertime.
Oh, thank
Summertime
you.
fine.
Woo, thank you. I
Yes.
think I am definitely trying to go for a hot girl summer personified.
This is it.
So.
Yes.
This is
Yeah,
it, right?
yeah,
What
thank
is a
you.
hot girl
Yeah.
summer for you?
Well, getting a healthy sun kissing and healthy though,
Yes.
you know, and having lots of fun, wonderful adventures, some pool time. I'm water bay. I am #water bay, and so I pool time, water time, ocean, lake,
All that, right?
summertime rain puddle. I listen,
Rain puddle.
you know,
Splish splash, bitches. Splish splash.
Rain puddle.
Listen, for some reason, I have been on a for real Carl Thomas vibe with
Okay.
Summer Rain. Come
Wow.
on, family,
Classic.
right? Classic. And then of course, because I'm Harlem Honey, so opening up that fire hydrant.
Oh, yes.
Yes. You do
Come
that?
on through. Oh, I can cuss on
Yeah,
here.
you all right.
Shit.
I love Kim.
He's a water bay, too. That's a cancer sign.
I'm a
Come on
Cancer.
now.
I love that.
Now.
I love when it rains.
Absolutely. So those are some of the some fun summertime things.
Yes.
Of course, binge watching and doing all the summer fun movies. Like I'm a little behind because of the press tour. I'm a little behind in catching the Top Gun movie.
Oh, I heard
Oh.
great
I cannot wait to
They
see
said he
that.
made $1 billion.
Well, I'm gonna give him a little bit more because I got to see that. I love Tom Cruise and all his movies, and then just binge watching, shows like The Upshaws.
The Upshaws.
Segue,
Let's get a
baby.
check.
Right.
Let's get a check. Yo, I find that interesting because I can't. It's hard to listen to radio for me because I can't. It's hard not to peel back the curtain of what I'm hearing. So
Yeah.
you could watch.
Some stuff,
Okay.
like a Tom Cruise movie, I could watch and be thoroughly entertained.
Okay.
And at the same time appreciate what he does as a filmmaker, as a content provider, as an actor. Like he checks all my boxes, and his movies. And so, that kind of thing's where I can absolutely just watch and not feel like, oh God, what was that? What was that lighting? Or that acting. Look at that dresser.
timing.
They said that timing.
So, Kim, why do you? Because you've directed, you've acted, you've done it all, right? Why is it someone like Tom Cruise, who I'm a fan of, a huge fan? We was actually born on the same date.
No kidding.
Yes, his birthday
Right.
same as mine.
July 3rd.
Thank you,
okay.
Heather.
Okay.
And
Coming soon.
But he doesn't.
That's why he said it like
Look,
that.
just in case, Kim, I know you travel, you might see a
Spot
souvenir and say,
something.
oh, we should get, look at the family, we should get Sway this, Sway
would love this.
But why can't, I don't think Tom gets credit for acting. Like, why not, though?
That's an excellent point. And I think because he's known for so many great action movies.
Yeah.
And there's this kind of I won't call it a stigma, but I think there's an observation or an understanding that people seem to gravitate towards. Like if it's action, then you're really not doing a lot of acting, and that's just not the case. But that's why, like in all the Marvel movies, you have a lot of really talented actors, because people understand that you have to still sell the story,
Yes. Yeah.
and sell the characters. And sorry, action people, but only acting can do that.
Yes. Yeah.
And do it well.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I feel like he kind of gets overlooked in terms of the acting. But he
should have won for Jerry Maguire though.
Right there. But Mission Impossible, when they was messing with his wife and all that, come on now.
That was
Come
good.
on.
He delivered.
Absolutely.
Did I see him do something with Meryl Streep once?
Yes. Lions for Lambs.
Yeah.
Lions for Lambs or Lambs for Lions. But yes.
And I thought that was interesting.
It was very interesting. It was a wonderful, wonderful picture. But again, because he's, really acting and ain't jumping out of a helicopter to talk to Meryl Streep, then,
I'm dying. Imagine. Right? That sounds like a great scene, though.
Right. She'd be down for it, too, I'm sure.
Him be direction, too.
She do,
You
though.
just saw that, right?
Yeah.
Listen, I love jumping out of a helicopter, so I will always want to do something like that. So.
Do you have a favorite? People always say, "What is your favorite interview?" I can't nail that. Like I've done so many interviews over the years.
Yeah.
But I will say there are a few that stick out for me. Like doing Tupac's one of his last interviews.
course.
That and Biggie, same thing,
of
same way
course.
he passed. But sitting down with
Kim Fields. Oh, sorry.
Well, hold on. Sitting down with a
Quick too.
Kevin's like, yo, you ain't got to do the scenic route. Jump on the express, bro.
Don't get stumped, Sway. I got you.
Kim Fields.
Just get there
Come on,
fast.
Kim, look, I'm interviewing my childhood crush every time I sit down with her, so it works for me.
Oh, thank you.
But do you have a favorite role?
That I've played,
Yeah.
or Regine was incredible because she was so not like me, quite honestly. And for me as an actor, the reason why I even got into acting, family, was I loved like creating the worlds, creating the characters.
Yeah.
And so that ended up being what I gravitated towards. I was not one of those, I've got to be a performer. I'm very shy, and I was very shy as a kid. And so for me, it wasn't about I wanted to be seen and all of that. It was I liked the magic that was being made. And so when you get to do that and play characters that are so not like you, that makes you stretch out. It's one thing. Some interviews you don't even need to prep for, you don't even need the sheet, you just kind of you know it. But because you are passionate about what you do, then you still are in it. But there are some where you just like, okay, wait a minute, is this, no, I need to prep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, because the conversation is going to stretch you a bit. And that's how I feel about certain roles when I'm doing something that I've not done before. So Regine Hunter, I definitely felt like that, and coming off of my last series being Facts of Life, for Yvette Bowser to see me in that light was incredible, because I certainly didn't see myself in that light at all. And so it definitely felt like a stretch, and the acting and the dialogue that I was saying, and I mean the pilot, Jesus, I was
hilarious.
I mean just everything. And so, and now jumping to the Upshaws, I wasn't checking for a comedy. I didn't want to do another sitcom or anything like that, but when they said Netflix, Mike Epps, Wanda Sykes, that was one of them. Well, let me see what y'all talking about.
Word.
Like, who am I?
Exceptions can be made.
Right? Yeah, exactly.
Kim, I'm kind of glad you picked Regine, because I feel like the entire cast was special. Like, shout out to Yvette and everybody involved in that. Because you fast forward these years later, look at what Queen Latifah has gone on to do.
Yeah.
Look at Erica Alexander. Like, shout out to Kim Coles, who she's
Love
so
Kim.
freaking talented.
Yes.
Like, just so I think the entire thing was special. Did you know that, like, walking in? Because when you get on a set, or even for us in the studio, like, I remember coming in here thinking, all right, me and Sway about to do some shit. We about to get this shit
jump
popping.
off. That's hell
Facts.
yeah.
Yeah. You felt that way too?
Not quite as all the way there with it. You know, when we had the first kind of lunch with Erica and TC. No, Erica, Kim, it was the 4 girls and I. So it was Erica, Kim Coles, myself, Dana, and Yvette. And when we had that first get together, it was one of those we knew. We were at, I think, the Cheesecake Factory in Marina Del Rey.
Okay,
Hey, shout out to next to Killer Shrimp, around the corner from Killer Shrimp. Y'all know I'll be eating.
That's our spot.
I'm like, oh shit, I'm with the right people.
Look, right? I'm with the fam. I thought so, but now I know so. But it was one of those where you just, and we didn't, not the applause. Who put the applause in there?
That's they're in the other room. The audience is in
can't
another
see
room.
them.
They're watching live feed.
Gotcha. And so you felt like, okay, this is some lightning in a bottle that's jumping off right here. And that was, we weren't even reading the script. We were just interacting as us.
Wow.
And then after that first table reading, by then John and TC.
Shout out to them as
oh
well.
My God,
Yes.
Oh, man.
the fellas holding us down. And then it became this is
Something.
oh my goodness, yeah. But certainly you don't have any idea the impact. You know,
that's what you don't know.
That you know that you're making something special, but you don't know the impact and then how it's going to reverberate after decades.
Yeah, man.
You know, where people are still like for real vibing on it. That's, and how they love us. It's incredible. But all that to say, that's why I picked Regine as like
Your favorite?
favorite, one of my favorite roles. You know, the role I did in Adventures in Christmasing. It was an action adventure movie that I did, and I loved that character because she was just catapulted out of her comfort zone and into this adventure, into the wild for this winter adventure. And then when that goes, kind of off the rails a bit, then what happens? And it escalates from there. And so again, things that pull me out of my comfort zone, more and more, those are the characters that I really gravitate towards.
In life too, off stage.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Like that's only what I want to do. You know, that is the order of the day from 2016 when I celebrated my 40th year in the industry.
Hold up. Standing ovation.
Yeah, for real.
What?
Bruh, 4 decades. Stop talking some legendary shit and you ain't no legend.
You ain't no legend.
All that bullshit. You ain't got to say it, Kim. I'll say it.
Talk to him, baby.
Stop calling yourself a legend and rock star shit.
Right.
She said 4 decades, not 5 years, not a single, not a part in a movie. 4 decades.
Wow.
Watermelon head.
Amen.
Oh, watermelon head.
Just threw that on me.
He went to the 6th grade.
Right, he did. He threw some 6th grade shade out.
Watermelon head.
You know who I'm talking to.
But thank
Now
you.
later head.
But 22. Lemon head.
Come on,
Get
somebody
outta here.
do Ike and Mike. Come on.
Ike and Mike head.
Mike and Ike head. Tootsie ass roll.
Sweet tart head, motherfucker. Stop talking your shit. I'm
For
sorry.
real.
We'd have to.
God.
Yo,
Trying to choke it fruit out.
yo, minimum 3 decades to be legendary. Real
Minimum.
talk. Minimum 3. Real talk.
Can't be legendary.
Wow.
Anyway, she did
4.
that. That was in 2016.
20. Right. What
Yeah,
year
but
is it
stop
now?
playing.
2.
Oh my gosh.
Yo.
Let me give him some more candy.
What?
No, not candy shade.
Peanut chew head.
Ooh, that's the worst
What the hell
of
you
all.
talking about?
That's the
Mr.
worst of
Goodbar
all.
head. See, come on.
It never ends, yo.
Anyway,
The whole bodega.
Charleston chew ass head.
And then you just add when you an airhead.
Oh man, I'm crying right now.
Yo, y'all.
All right.
come on, somebody
what's
drop,
that?
Swedish fish.
Now we climbing it up. That's what happens when it's 4 decades.
Yo, that's what happened.
All the
Love
candy.
All the candy now.
Don't mess with us. We go deep. We'll talk. You call you a candy head you ain't never heard before.
Yo, man.
Oh man.
Hello. Well, you know what?
Blow
Kid?
pop head.
Oh,
Okay,
y'all.
my bad. Sorry.
Okay. Don't get get into the gums.
Don't get into the gums. No, that's a whole.
a little tricky. That's different.
Hog up the interview.
Yeah.
Bazooka Joe.
Big
blowhead.
That's I don't.
All right, Tracy, ask the question. All right, Kim.
Somehow, what I was trying to say,
What you trying to say,
I know
Kim?
everybody's wiping their tears. But when I celebrated 4 decades in the industry in 2016, my mandate for myself and my team was uncharted waters.
There you go.
Yeah.
Only go into uncharted waters. We only going to do some shit we have never done before.
Wow.
And
dope.
do it and do it and do it well.
Uh-huh.
And so that's why when the Upshaws came, when Adventures in Christmasing was created, when all of these moments happened, you know, everybody's always talking about creating a moment, and you have to have some strategy
Yes.
to that, you know, to creating a moment. And even with creating lightning in a bottle. So that's, you know, what I go on. So yes, even personally, at this point,
Yeah.
you know, shit, hell yeah.
Might as well, right?
Go after stuff that I've never done before. Absolutely.
Oh, I love that. Kim Fields is here. Come on, man. I love it.
Thank you.
You calm down over there. I know he wants to slide in another way.
You know it.
Think about
It's-
that
it's
penny
right
candy
there.
bag he
It's
had.
right there, right?
Wacky taffy head ass.
I knew it was that one. The Laffy
You knew
Taffy.
it. You knew it.
Well,
Love
Kim,
it.
you know, when you mentioned Regine, it made me think of when Queen Latifah, she did an interview on Red Table Talk recently. And she shared how on Living Single, apparently you guys were told to lose weight.
Yeah,
Everyone.
I heard about that. That's honestly not my testimony and my path, so to speak.
Okay.
So, but I did hear about the interview because I'm on, you know, a press tour as well, and they were like, "Well, what about this?" And I said, "Listen, while we were a unit, and you know, the 6 of us, truly tight like glue." Individually, we still had certain issues to deal with, crosses to bear, and all of that. So
Right.
that may have been one for Dana that I wasn't privy to.
Okay.
But that wasn't something that I had my own issues. Goodness knows I did. That at that point wasn't one of them. I'd experienced something like that on Facts of Life, but not with
really?
Living Single.
Wow.
For kids your age at that time,
Yeah, absolutely.
they asked you to lose weight.
Well, you know, it was a show about 4 girls growing up in
Okay.
terms of Facts of Life. And so, you know, trying to find that balance with, okay, well, what happens when we go through puberty and growing pains? And because I was the youngest, so you really saw from age 9 to 18,
Okay.
that whole, you know, metamorphosis.
Yeah.
And so all the highs and lows that come with that. And because this is, you know, the 80s and, you know, there was certainly no being politically correct and movements and all of that.
No.
So it was just a matter of, okay, hey, listen, you know, we're starting to, you know, bulk up a bit, and so they would trade out stuff at craft services and things like that. So again, I've certainly experienced it in my career, but not during living single. But again, because God knows I don't want you talking about she got beef with law. Shut up, no, she don't.
No, don't worry.
Please.
That on you.
Shit, I could beat my ass. I
Yep.
know I don't.
I was gonna say, ain't no real beef. Kim don't want it from law.
You know, shit. Even though Law gave me one of my favorite and the one of my names that is stuck to this day. This is from Latifah. She called me the ruthless assassin child star.
That's a long ass title,
isn't it? Listen, but for short, I was Ruth, because you know I can take a lot, but I ain't gonna take no bullshit.
That's right.
I'm just not, and especially not in my work.
Right.
Come on now. No, I've been doing this way too long.
So do you have to take at this stage in your career? Because we still deal with stuff. Radio, the bullshit just
Of course,
it's
yeah.
a fact of life. No pun intended. Right? But
right.
you
I think everyone still does. It's just there are certain ways that you tolerate bullshit now. I think now we're a lot more eyes wide open in terms of, oh, I see your shit coming. So you ain't taking me by surprise with your bullshit. And then you can leave your shit here, and then it's on me if I'm going to pick it up or not.
Yes.
So I think, you know, the idea of bullshit is just always going to be around as long as humanity is around. It's just how you choose to deal with it, how you choose to be bothered with it, how we pick our battles in our workplace, you know, and being strategic with it. Are you worth me catching a case? No. Are you worth me, you know, being able to navigate through this moment to get to the other side because I'm leveling up in my career? Possibly. You know, so I think there's just more wisdom with the bullshit.
Yep, discernment. What's a battle?
Discernment, hey!
Like that word?
Come on,
Okay.
come on. Hell yeah.
What's a battle that you feel like an example of one that you'd be like, you know what, this is worth my time and energy?
I don't know if I can say that publicly, but
Money?
yeah, no, actually,
Okay.
no, actually, I think just that overall sense of don't try to pull one over on me. You know, from that standpoint, here's the thing. There are times where I feel like I can't care more than you about your shit, your project, your brand, your this, your movie, your TV show, your whatever. So the moment I find myself going, wait a minute, I care more than the people who's really in charge and running it and making all the money. I got to dial that back.
Yeah.
So that I've got the energy to give it my all on the shit that I do own and the stuff that I am in control of.
Are you happy with when you reflect on your career to date? Are you happy with the pay that you received, where you are monetarily?
Well, yeah, because I mean, shit, you could have no check coming and be sitting on your sofa, wishing and hoping and praying and
That's your phone to even ring.
Yeah, exactly. So, you know, I feel like it's you know, the economy goes up and down, and so everybody's pay scales and grades and rates and all of that can, you know, be adjusted and flipped. For me, I got into this because of the work, and I love, again, like I told you guys earlier, creating characters. And so when I get to work, there are times when it's not about the check. And I don't want y'all thinking, oh, well, that's because she got it paid. And well, you know, I got bills like everybody else.
Yeah.
And, you know, but at the same time, there are moments where it's more, it transcends that in certain instances. Certain instances, like, okay, that's a cute piece of paper. That's a cute check.
I'll
I'm
going to take that check.
Yeah, exactly. You know, yeah, you know, and it's not going to compromise, you know, who this bitch is. But at the end of the day, you know, there are times where you might do something, you take an appearance or you do or whatever. But then sometimes it's all about, oh no, shit. If Tom Cruise called me today, I'd be like, who you could put all my check into into you know, special effects or I mean, because there's certain things that it's like it's not even about that. It's about that opportunity, you know. And I mean, but on the other side of the scale, when Blair Underwood Blair started directing, I was able to be a second AD, carrying camera cases and doing, you know, like grunt work kind of thing. And I wasn't being paid, but it was the opportunity. It was the opportunity. Absolutely. So, you know, you find those moments where you can really be about it.
You want to meet him? You know him? You know who that is?
I know who that is.
Okay. I didn't know. Bring him.
It's
Miles Frost. Miles Frost. Come on, bring him on in,
And
man.
I swear, if anybody mentions Dear Michael, I'm going to slap the shit out of y'all.
Oh, nobody gonna mention that. Yo, look at this guy. Miles Frost. He plays Michael Jackson in MJ the Musical. Kim Fields wanted to meet you, bro. Okay, yo. Wow. We gonna come back with Miles Frost. Well, hold on. Let that moment happen. Hold up. Somebody get the mic over there. The hell they're saying? Go ahead. Y'all go ahead and whisper. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Kim is saying congratulations. Miles is saying I appreciate it.
Miles got hair like Michael too.
It's a true honor. You know, yeah.
Okay,
I'm
cool.
blessed.
All right, cool.
blessed.
Okay, cool. That moment just happened there. All right. Yo, let's give it up for Kim Fields. Kim,
Yes.
thank you. We love you.
Yes.
The Upshaws season 2 on Netflix. Let's get it.
Oh yeah.
Come on. And Kim, come back, because all this information you're giving us is amazing. Hold up with that. And what you're giving us throughout our lives is amazing. So to sit here and be able to speak with you is very surreal, and continue to teach us, entertain us, and we love you, okay?
4 decades! 4 decades!
But this is Sway. This is Sway and the family right here. This is y'all don't know how y'all been holding it down.
Thank you.
Y'all don't even understand how y'all have been so much of an impact for the culture.
Thank you.
And understanding the importance of the culture and how the culture transcends the race.
There you go. There you go.
So, yeah, I'm
go.
just saying, but you
Don't get that close to me, Kim. I know you're married. Stop. No, but I thank you.
Thank you.
I
Wait, Kim, don't leave. You got to stay and take a picture.
Yeah, take a picture.
I will.
Kim Fields, the magnificent one. Royalty is in the building. Royalty is in the building. Okay, we got Miles Frost up next.